Hello guys, Vizaresh here, bringing you another Total War Warhammer 2 unit testing. Today we're gonna test Medusa from the Dark Elf roster and talk about the nerf and buffs that this unit have received. After that we're gonna talk about the test results that I have gathered against units that are a good target for Medusa or not optimal or outright bad. After that we're gonna compare Medusa with the most similar units and see how she compares to them. After that I'm gonna talk about the bugs, my conclusions, and after that my personal suggestions that might help this unit be more competitive. Aesthetically this unit looks great. The animation, the model, movement, everything about this unit looks great. About the stats of this unit, as you guys can see on screen, this is a range single entity monster with good melee stats, not much of a armor, low leadership, okay speed, and good charge bonus, decent amount of ammunition. The range is kind of low if you compare it to the similar units, and in general the 125 range is not that long. Now for testing, I have tested this unit against infantry, cavalry, single entity units, and single entity monsters. And for my test, this unit is exclusively good against infantry, especially against tight formation infantry units that have low to medium armor. For higher armor infantry, it still does good damage, but still the unit killing potential is low. And if the infantry unit has loose formation, the usefulness of this unit drastically decreases. But anyways, against infantry it's still good. Even against high armor, loose formation infantry, it still does decent amount of damage. But if you want to get this unit's value back, you really need to attack tight formation, low to medium armor infantry units. Against cavalry, it does a bit of damage, not much. Usually it can't kill any models, not high amount of models, but it's not completely useless against cav, especially lower armor one. But still, if you stand there and shoot at cavalry the whole game, you won't get this unit's value back. Against single entity, the range attack is completely useless. It does negligible damage, so I don't think this unit should waste its ammo on single entity units. That goes for single entity monster as well. It doesn't do any damage because the most damage this unit does is because of its explosion damage. So I think CI built this unit specifically for killing infantry. This unit has received 2 buffs, no nerfs. The first buff was that it got range increase and cost decrease, and in the second patch it received some melee buff. But this unit has some really weird bugs that really need to be fixed as soon as possible. First of all, the first bug is, even though the Medusa is larger than infantry units and towers over them, it can't shoot over the infantry unit. So because the animation works this way that she attacks while leaning forward, so it becomes the same height as the infantry unit. CA has addressed this issue. They're aware of it, but it looks like there is no fix for this because it's the animation issue, and because it is animated this way, there is no fix for this. At least at the time of this video there wasn't any. And the second bug is when Medusa is fighting with any monster, any unit with high mass, or is attacked by a high mass missile attack, it gets stun locked, and there is no internal cooldown for this. This happens constantly and makes her completely useless, sometimes in melee and sometimes even in range duels. So in this part we're gonna compare Medusa with the most similar unit, and fortunately for us there is a unit that is nearly identical to her, Ancient Salamander. It's a ranged single entity monster with good melee stat that compared to Medusa has better armor, faster, and it doesn't have the issues that Medusa has, particularly the shooting over the infantry. It can shoot over infantry really well, even if the infantry is really close to it, as you guys can see. And it doesn't get stun locked, it doesn't stagger as much when fighting other higher mass units, and the range attack is good against every type of unit, because the main source of damage from Ancient Salamander's range attack is the initial damage, not the explosion. So it's good against infantry, sometimes even better than Medusa. It does more damage. It has a debuff, flammable, that increases the fire damage of Ancient Salamander, which is great. Both have armor piercing, range, and melee, and terror. It's just that the Ancient Salamander is better in every way. The Ancient Salamander is cheaper than Medusa, and if you have them fight, if you have Ancient Salamander and Medusa fight, Medusa loses in range, melee, and the combination of both to Ancient Salamander. I haven't seen any test that Medusa was the winner. The Ancient Salamander's range attack staggers Medusa in a way that sometimes the Medusa can't even get proper attacks. And the thing is, both of these units miss their range attack sometimes, and I have seen some people say that Medusa's attack cannot be dodged or does not miss. Yes, it cannot be dodged because it's really fast, but it misses sometimes, and there are conditions for that. I think when infantry is moving toward or running away from Medusa in near max range, Medusa shots just miss. I don't know why. I don't know if I have any footage of it, but if I have, I'm gonna show it on the screen. So my question is, we have a ranged single entity monster that is nearly identical to Medusa, but better in every way. Better in range, better in survivability, better in melee. Everything is better, but the Ancient Salamander doesn't get picked for some reason. I think that should tell CA something, that Medusa really needs something, because even with small buffs, I don't think this unit's gonna get picked. In conclusion, this unit is good against faction with elite infantry, with weak sniping tools, because like any other single entity monster that doesn't fly and doesn't have crazy movement speed, it's just gonna get destroyed with cannons and gunfire. Medusa can dodge arrows and bolts, but that's it. Some factions with fast infantry can even use the infantry to catch it. 58 speed is not that much. I've had games that unit of triads can just bully Medusa out of the map. They're just gonna move with it, and she can't run away. And this unit needs to be positioned constantly to be able to do damage. Not being able to shoot over the infantry or cavalry. These units need to be in the flanks so it can shoot with its range attack and damage infantry units. But with slow turning speed and slow movement speed, it's not possible. It's not reliable. You can't just put that much effort into a unit that can only damage infantry reliably, and it's just gonna take a lot of time and a lot of focus for a player to use this unit. And it can't usually fight one-on-one. It can beat eagles, but that's about it. Many single entity monsters beat it, like manticores or even feral stegodons. And stegodons are anti-infantry, so that should tell you something. And even units that Medusa should be good against, they're just gonna bully her and stun lock her to death. And the other part is missing range attacks is not good when the only thing your unit is good at is shooting into infantry. And as I said, Medusa in certain situations is just gonna miss his shots, and that's not really good for 80 ammo unit. But on the other hand, the Medusa on Shrine, the Bloodwrack Shrine, is a really great unit. It can shoot over infantry. It has a problem that it not always shoot the middle of the formation, but otherwise it's just great. It does the same damage, it has more ammo, and it has 4 attacks. One is the range attack that Medusa does, the other one is the chariot, and there are 2 more attacks that the Witch Elf does. And fun fact, the Bloodwrack Shrine inflicts poison because the Witch Elf's daggers have poison on them, so it's just a great unit. My personal suggestion is, first of all, I would have loved it if Medusa could have shoot over infantry, but as I said, that's not possible right now. Maybe in the game 3, maybe they're gonna change Medusa's animation, I'm not sure. But because of that, I think this unit needs to be faster with higher turn rate and higher mass, and maybe this higher mass even helps her not get stun locked all of the time. The other problem with this unit is the stun locking, and this needs to be fixed. Medusa shouldn't be staggered every time she gets attacked in a melee or even against range attacks. So yeah, that's it, guys. That is everything I have seen. I have tested, and these are my observations. And if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. I would love if you guys write it in the comments. I guess that's it. I've tried to cover all the shrines from the Dark Elf roster. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want me to test any other units from other factions, please let me know. I'm gonna do it randomly otherwise. And that's it. Hope to see you guys soon. Bye.